performance Wednesday in D.C. 15 and 7 for PG already tonight.
That first quarter would definitely qualify as a rock fight. Both teams shooting in the 30s from the field.
Joel Embiid, okay, let's hope that gets him off to a good start in this second half. Very quiet in his first 2 quarters tonight. Embiid just 1 for 10. Second half of a back-to-back for Randall and the Timberwolves. They fell to the Pistons in Detroit last night. And Randall draws the contact, hits the...
To position, that's what makes it more liable to be a foul called on you.
And Randall, the first Wolves starter in double figures with that made free throw. Just 8 points so far for Edwards, just 4 for Tyrese Maxey, just 2 for VJ Edgecombe. All of our stars quiet in the first half. See who gets going first here in this third quarter. Maybe it's this guy, Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month in March. Edgecombe has it blocked by Edwards. That was the Sixers with those 9 blocks in the first half. That is block number 4 for Minnesota. And DiVincenzo hits from the corner.
Yeah, button up on that corner.
Maxey finds his spot and answers right back for the Sixers.
Great response from your Sixers. 1-3 deserves another.
Just the third three-pointer tonight for the Sixers. 3 for 14. DiVincenzo from the other side of the floor. That's off front iron. And that was how the Sixers shorthanded again. They didn't have Paul George or Embiid in Minnesota end of February. They hit 21 three-pointers en route to that short. Dosunmu, his second tonight. And this is his 5th game back since that 25-game suspension. And coming into tonight in the last 4, averaging 28 points per game on 51% shooting. He's been electric.
No, this is the best we've seen him in the red, white, and blue uniform for 2 years now.
Randall. So back and forth we go. Could be a George Randall battle in this second half.
Yeah, and the Timberwolves like that matchup. They think it favors them, so they've been giving it to Julius a couple times now to go at Paul.
Randall's got a dozen. 55 of 48, Minnesota lead. George turns, fires, leaves that one short.
We'll stay with him even when he comes off of screens. Did a decent job that time of getting a hand up and challenging that shot, hence it was short.
Paul now 1 of 5 from 3 again. As Alla mentioned, Sixers struggling as a team shooting that shot tonight. Good defense there by Barlow. Maxey keeps it himself. The left-handed finger roll is good for Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, looks so comfortable letting that one go, too. And that's not an easy shot. Gobert breathing down his neck with that left-handed finish.
9 now for Maxey. Dosunmu up and over the trailing Edgecombe. That wasn't an easy shot either.
Speaking of left-handed finishes.
Yeah. George.
Nobody there.
Yeah. He's looking to drive and kick to Barlow, but Dom crashed towards the cup. So Minnesota basketball.
Yeah, Dominic anticipated a shot going up. That's why he attacked. He should have been and was initially in that far corner.
Edwards can't connect on the sidestep triple. Maxey. VJ off the heel. Embiid picks up the floorboard. And then it's fouled by DiVincenzo. Smart play there by the big fella. 10th rebound tonight for the big T-shirt as voted on by our fans. And Alla and I have seen a preview. It is a very cool tee. So visit Sixers.com/tickets to get your tickets, or email or call us as well if you don't have your tickets yet. Again, Pistons first in the East. Just got past these Wolves last night in Detroit. Edwards misses the wide open jam.
Don't see that often. The elevation was enough. He just didn't finish.
Maxey the driving dish. Barlow short on the corner 3. I don't know if I've ever seen that from Edwards. Happens to everyone at some point. Just got away with a shove on VJ. Edwards a step back on the baseline. That one doesn't go either. Gobert swatted by Barlow. Block party still raging here in South Philly. Barlow off the Embiid dish.
Pass into the middle, centering the basketball. Opens up options for your Sixers in transition.
10 blocks and counting for the Sixers. Barlow with 3 of them. George almost had the deflection. Dosunmu no. Barlow another rebound.
Good job of not fouling Io over there. He was trying to bait Paul into a foul as well.
Maxey's got 9. 2-man game. And Embiid has 2 more. 10 and counting for the big fella.
Good cut from Maxey, and that takes away that extra defender. It allows Joel to go one-on-one with Gobert.
So a double-double for Embiid. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks in his first 22 minutes. Randall's pass deflected by George. Maxey spinning away from traffic.
Nice spin.
Gobert cleared for takeoff. Again, Minnesota led by 10 in this frame. They were up 53-43. Since then, a 15-4 Sixers run. That is how you respond. DiVincenzo looking to respond for Minnesota. Can't do so. Sixers ball.
Good challenge by Paul George. We talked about contesting shooters today. That was important because this Minnesota team is a good shooting team. Good challenge there from Paul in the corner.
And me in between the legs. Tyrese Maxey for 2.
That's borderline fancy, and that's borderline necessary. That's the sound play to make. Sometimes a behind-the-back pass is the best pass. You're not showing off. It's the sound play to make.
Especially when you guys are on the same page. They've done that a number of times this season. George knocks it away from Reed. It looked like that one went off of Reed, too. And Paul and George.
Basketball, let's go.
And the Sixers keep their challenge since they were successful on that one. Maxey, some hesitation dribbles. Couldn't get the reverse to go.
Tried to use the rim as protection. Knew where Gobert was the whole time.
Sixers had been on a little 10-0 run. Put to bed by Reed.
Reed catching it high and keeping it high. That's how that play was able to develop.
George tiptoeing along the baseline and then has his pass deflected out. So Sixers are in the 6th spot. So every game extremely important for the Sixers. And maybe just slightly less so for Minnesota.
Like you said, that cushion changes a lot.
Anderson short on the turnaround.
Changes the level of desperation.
Great defense there by Highland. VJ thought he had a clear path to the cup.
Yeah, good hands from Bones. Reached back and just jarred that loose.
He's having a great night. On both ends of the floor is Bones Highland. Here is his twin turbo mate. That is the nickname that Ayo Dosunmu and Bones Highland have already gathered in Minneapolis. Kind of a play on the twin turbochargers and high engines, high performance engines.
Twin turbos make cars go fast.
We know all about turbo. Our Tyrese Maxey's got some 2 free throws coming for the big fella. Hasn't been the most efficient night, but getting it done regardless. We'll keep up with your Sixers wherever you are.
No matter what's usually happening with Joel offensively, he rarely gives back free throws. I was just going to say that. He misses one. 5 of 6 from the line is Joel.
Way to go, partner. Highland heaves and hits another. 4 for 6 from outside tonight. Shot altered by Embiid. Joel pushing the pace. And through a couple of Wolves, Kevin and the foul for the big fella. Shortchanged them. So a 3-point opportunity for Embiid. And Joel takes advantage. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks for the big fella. Ties us at 68. Highland off front iron. Embiid taps the rebound, and Barlow tracks it down.
Good job by Dominic to get the loose ball and then find a teammate.
Joel doubled. Maxey back to him. Randall almost had the steal, but it will be Sixers ball on the side. 11 now on the shot clock. Sumu takes a seat. DiVincenzo back in.
2 screens set for Tyrese.
Maxey around everybody, but it doesn't go. Reed. Anderson now. Bounce pass to Randall for 2.
Yeah, 2.
All right, 4th quarter underway here in South Philly. Pistons here tomorrow night. Wolves are on the second half of a back-to-back. They were in Detroit. Fell to the Pistons last night. Crowd still in it. We're loud at the end of that 3rd quarter. DiVincenzo quiets him, at least for the moment.
Yeah, it's one of the few times we've seen them line up in a half-court set for the Timberwolves to execute. Finding DiVincenzo that time.
Grimes was confident to the cup.
Yeah, coming out the other side, too. Using that rim as a deterrent. Defense is unable to recover.
Quinn just hangs in the air. That one short from Dosunmu, and then a block by Andre. Last few weeks as he did at the start of the season, but like the veteran he is, making the most of them. Shot clock at 4. Randall back to DiVincenzo to beat the buzzer. Drummond battling underneath, knocks us that drive, blocked by DiVincenzo. Quentin got downhill again, and Dante got a piece of it. And then scoops it to Randall. And a whistle, so. Randall can't complete the three-point play. Drummond gets the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. A jump ball like that. Edwards with 8 tonight. Just 3 of 12 from the floor. Good looking shot. Drummond couldn't come away with it.
Really nobody in there rebounding right now if a shot were to go up for the Timberwolves.
Good defense by the Sixers. Drummond takes it away.
Plenty of attention paid. Oh, tough.
Yeah, that was a really tough alley-oop attempt. Grimes did all he could, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, Highland doing everything he could, too.
And then Oubre, so a chance to tack on one more. Reed with 11 and 7 off the bench for Minnesota. Make it 12 and 7. Go along with a couple of blocks for Naz Reid in his 23 minutes. From 12 the lead down to 6. 10 to go here in South Philly.
Minnesota too good to not have a response before everything is said and done. Got the matchup you want.
Edwards, yeah, a little too handsy with Oubre there.
That's on Anthony Edwards.
Gonna be on Anthony Edwards. Bench
Cut.
Into Grimes. Good dish. Oubre, count it. And might have had a three-point opportunity of his own. It looked like DiVincenzo was grabbing him from behind there.
Yeah, good execution, good passing from one to another as well. Quentin finding Kelly.
DiVincenzo briefly denied by Drummond. And Andre the rebound. George
Good pass.
to VJ Anscombe for the flush.
Drew all the defensive attention to him, and that's what left VJ wide open. Waited to the last second for just a catch and finish from 7-7.
Such a smart play by George. Randall has his pass deflected by PG.
Let it fly.
Too strong. Oubre ran it all the way and then was knocked down by Reed. No! Hilgett initially whistled that it was on Kelly and then corrected himself. So here we go. 9 to play. PG. Andre just mistimed that jump. Edwards with some space. Still looking for that shot, though. 0 for 7 now from 3 tonight is Anthony Edwards. But don't let that fool you, Sixers fans. He had a great fourth quarter last year on April 5th after just looking awful through the first 3.5 quarters. So, got to play to the final horn here. Paul George, no. Andre Drummond, yes, sir. Timeout, Timberwolves.
Sixers thriving after a very potent offensive third.
I need 8 more minutes of good basketball tonight.
Good help.
Good help indeed. George takes it away. Bounces it ahead to VJ.
Lob.
Kelly Oubre Jr. with a 10-finger flush.
All night long, the Sixers have changed ends. And all night long, it's been good for them.
93-79 Sixers. And Reed is going to get called for an offensive foul. Maybe in the playoffs if the Sixers get there.
I don't see why we don't.
I'll put in at least 100 for it.
I want 2.
PG for 3!
Silky smooth, patient, going at his own pace, his own rhythm, and hasn't been able to get sped up at all.
And Gobert completes the three-point play. So Minnesota not going away. Still plenty of time. Again, these Wolves do not go away.
No, and they're good at picking up their play when they need to.
George downhill, pass to everybody, can't finish. Thought he was fouled. Some frustration from George there. Some kind of throw up his hands. Highland. Stolen by VJ. Great read by the rookie, and then stolen right back by Edwards. And he misses the bunny.
Yeah, tough shot there by Edwards. He had an easier one.
PG for 3! On NBC 10. Be sure to flip over to NBC Sports Philadelphia for post-game live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Those of you who are already on that channel, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all of you, however and wherever you're watching tonight. Desumu, the high arcing 3 again. Minnesota is not going to go away. Still plenty of time in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Chris Finch drawing up something out of that stop action, coming out and executing it, not getting the baskets that they desired.
Sixers, though, outscoring the Timberwolves 58-38 so far in the second half. Kelly Oubre Jr. answering right back for the Sixers.
The ball movement. You see how the ball gets swung from one side to the other. Kelly's reaction was quicker than the defender's was in that case.
Yeah. A dozen for Kelly off the bench. 10 for Quentin Grimes off the bench. 3 Sixers starters in double figures as well. Total team effort tonight. Randall almost had to take it away by Oubre. Highland from the corner, count it.
And Chris Fish wanted a foul, too.
Don't hit the deck. Wasn't sure if he...
Yeah, he's kind of smarting on that left hip, rubbing it a little.
Reached out the foot to try to earn the foul. On we go. PG. Drumming the tap out. George.
Oh, push.
Yeah, Oubre in great position on that weak side. Again, making the most of his minutes. Just 9 minutes for Dre. 6 rebounds, a block, a steal, and 4 points, too. George, driving kick. Deflection into the hands of Embiid. Heaves. Had to get it up there because the shot clock was winding down. Almost hit, too. Sulu's got 11. Another high arcing three. This one goes. And he's fouled. A 4-point opportunity.
Yeah. The stifled tower usually having an effect.
So a chance for Io to complete that 4-point play. And he does. So 10-point game, 4.5 minutes to go tonight. Here on Broad Street. That's 2:21.
Good duck in.
Embiid, great pass from George. Embiid thought he was fouled.
Leading his case to official Goldberg, saying, how on earth can you not call that foul? Little smile at the end.
19 for Joe. Terrence Shannon Jr. can't connect from the corner. Gobert can't hang on to it. Around 4 minutes to play. Brought to you by Toyota. Kelly Oubre Jr. Short on the wing triple. After starting ice cold from 3 of 17. The Sixers had been better, 4 of 6. Their last 6 attempts from beyond the arc.
Too easy.
And Dosunmu doesn't finish, but nobody there to block out Gobert.
And they had to come over and help on that Io drive, and that's what leave Rudy wide open for that easy putback.
Maxey off the Embiid screen, back to him. Joel is faked, another fake, the fadeaway short.
That's a lot to shoot over. Rudy is a heck of a big target. VJ moving his feet.
All over Bones Highland, trying to slow him down. And got a little too hit. Having a night off the bench. 20 points. Nowhere native. All right, well.
So close.
Didn't want to help out just yet. We will have Brickin' for Chicken for the entire 4 quarters tomorrow night against the Pistons, though. So be ready.
Too casual. Too casual.
And here comes Minnesota.
Gotta stay sharp.
Got the lead. Keep your foot on the gas and close the door.
The more you allow this team to hang around, the more confident they become. They become a much more difficult out than they were initially.
Etchkin gets it from Embiid. DJ to his right, to his left. And the finger roll goes for the Eastern Conference. March Rookie of the Month.
How about that little swing through at the end to get it up to the glass?
Stay with him, Kelly. Don't foul. Dosunmu on the reverse.
Io keeping that dribble alive. So difficult for defenders when he's got his options available to him.
17 for Dosunmu. Getting the start tonight for Minnesota. 7-point Sixers lead.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left.
Oubre pass Randall. All the way in. Count it and 1 for Kelly Oubre Jr.
Not an easy shake pocket.
Get it back to KO. Get it back to him. Good night. Kelly Oubre Jr. with a knockout punch.
How smart is Paul George, too? Recognizing the hot hand, sees him fill in the lane and gives it right to him.
Highland triple-double. Embiid with 19, 13, and 7. And yeah, play that song, Sixers fans. Let's also talk about Kelly Oubre Jr. finishing tonight with 21 points.
Final score, Warriors 76.